What's going on, Quarterback Fantasy Football League team owners? I'm your host, The Messenger. You know, we're back to another power rankings here, man. You know they're late. Ain't nothing unusual. It's not the first time I've been late. I might be late again next week, but we are here now. This is the last week of the season, so everybody needs to step, because, you know, some teams are still fighting for the playoff spot. Only 2 teams have made it so far. Everybody else, it's up in the air. So let's break down where everybody is placed at and get into these power rankings. Coming in at number 12 with no movement from last week, we got SEKAYI. You got a chance at eliminating Chris from playoff contention. I mean, there's still some teams that gotta win and lose, but it's still a chance. Coming in at number 11 with no movement from last week, we got Josh. You also have a chance at eliminating somebody from playoff contention, the antagonist. But you know, the likelihood of that happening is very low. Coming in at number 10 with no movement from last week, we got DEVONTAE. You trash. Coming in at number 9 with no movement from last week, we got Isaiah. Big week for you, man. There's a lot that could happen for you to either make or miss the playoffs. So that Tyreek trade is on the line right now. Coming in at number 8 with no movement from last week, we have NASIR. Just try and get another win, man. Coming in at number 7 with no movement from last week, we got JAHAMR. Don't let RAQUAN sweep you. That's all I gotta say. Coming in at number 6 with no movement from last week, we got Chris. Big week. Isaiah trying to come for your spot. Don't lose now. Coming in at number 5, down 1 spot from last week, we got the antagonist. I know you ain't fight so hard from the bottom to not make the playoff. You better lock in. Coming in at number 4, up 1 spot from last week, we got PAPE. You put EMMET in the back wheel last week. Now do the same to DEVONTAE this week. Coming in at number 3 with no movement from last week, we got EMMET. Let's go NASIR. Coming in at number 2 with no movement from last week, we got RAQUAN. You've made it so far this year. Look how far you made it. Do not start the excuses now. Coming in at number 1 with no movement from last week, we got LOPEZ. You can eliminate Isaiah from playoff contention this week. Go and do that.